始まらないにゃー。足がしびれたにゃー。
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live first-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Coverage continues at EA Sports. Let's go out now to our featured golfer at the 13th. Just a mediocre first round up to this point from our featured golfer. Frank, what are some keys to making something happen down the stretch?
Well, if this is the worst score that they shoot all week, I think that's one of the keys, because this is a position to vault forward from.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. The wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions, but once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze, but if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more. That's fine.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up, it's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
ホーミングだにゃー。
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water, Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right. And that's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. But there's enough green left of the flag here. That's really what you've got to be looking at, that front left section.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. But he's going for back-to-back birdies here, trying to jumpstart this round.
Some momentum moving in the right direction.
スプレンディブ。
Frank, all of a sudden, another player to factor in on this leaderboard.
And things are starting to tighten up right now. We'll see where the next move comes from.
The round continues at Lighthouse Point, and Frank, the 15th hole is a par 4, only 387 yards.
オーブラゴーオーブラゴーオーブラゴ。
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, uphill shot. What did you like to do on a play like this?
The biggest thing really is to try and work on your balance. You've got to make sure you get through the shot and normally take an extra club. Should be safely on deck.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And getting ready for the putt. It's a nice birdie right there.
Could not have come at a better time. Third place now. A cursory look at the scorecard, Rich, and well, it looks hard at 240 yards, but that elevation is going to chew off quite a bit of yardage off the scorecard. Really, it's a good chance for a birdie on this closing stretch. V-shaped green, as long as you're on the right section of the green, could have a chance for birdie.
Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left, and he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough was fairly thick. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. Just moving that much closer to the leader now, Rich.
Now at the 17th, and Frank a chance to make a birdie. Who knows, with a couple of huge pokes, you could make Eagle 3. This is a pretty stout hole at a little bit more than 600 yards.
It is, especially if that breeze comes off the water into your face. But normally you're protected here because the hills on the left will block that breeze. Bunkers all the way down the right side, you can see that. But yeah, you're right, two big hits, and you might just reach this par 5 and 2. Birdie, perhaps even eagle on a good day. Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though? long, just met longer.
Just blasted that tee ball, Frank.
Second shot.
This is a good-looking shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Oh, what an eagle.
Crowd's going wild out there. This place is absolutely buzzing right now. We've made it at last to the 18th, partner. What a finishing hole.
It is. It's a tee shot you have to respect. That fairway goes on that sort of 60-degree angle towards the left, so you have to know how far you fly the ball, and of course you can't afford to miss hit your tee shot. But a good tee shot, let's talk a bit positive here. Good tee shot in the middle of the fairway, just going to leave you a short iron and an excellent chance to finish with another birdie.
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Has it stopped yet? It's still going.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always is a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
So through one round, Frank, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great performance, especially from tee to green. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Well, here at the par 4 fourth, 411 yards, Frank, this is the kind of hole where you want to pull out the cell phone and maybe take a few pictures because the views are absolutely amazing.
And you also see why this golf course is called the Cliffs, that's for sure. Great vistas. This front nine completely lines the coast, so you're going to need to keep it fairly straight on this golf course. This hole in particular, though, the fairway is actually rather generous, so you do get a little bit of reprieve off the tee. And you really want to hit the fairway because that green is very tiny, Rich.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, the beauty of golf, we're not playing inside a dome with no wind. You have to be able to handle the elements.
You do, and that's really where the better player comes through. On a day like today, anything around par is going to be a good score, so just adjust your own mental par.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Playing beautiful golf. 8 under for the tournament. Now at the 5th here at Lighthouse Point, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
When you stand on this tee, Rich, you don't see any fairway bunkers, but be careful. It can certainly fool you. The goal really with the Cliffs course is to find fairways.
Nice touch.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this. Great sense of speed in that. You know you can make those, but that went right in the middle.
Moving on to hole number 6, par 3 of 198 yards. Good chance at one. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Now to the 7th hole here at Lighthouse Point. Frank, we all love the shorter par 4s.
There's so many decisions to be made here at 7. If you look at the scorecard, it's not very long, but when you start to flash your driver down that right side, you'll notice that fairway gets very narrow. So the decision is really that's the prudent play or not. From there, it's just a short iron in, and you should be looking at birdie.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole, this for birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and
くる
focus
く
at
る
this
パット
point.
よろしく。
Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Another par 3. We're at the 8th. It is only 165 yards.
Muri, Wara.
Frank, this really is kind of a good lesson. You and I had said earlier that it looked gloomy, but you dig in, you keep fighting, and something good happens.
You have to credit his composure.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. We move to the 9th hole and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs, and the designer's really thrown the boat out, excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole, but of course everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Frank, I have to say I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
I agree. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the round plays out.
Might go deep here into red numbers. And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. 7th hole at Lighthouse Point is only 370 yards. Frank, are you happy if you walk out of here with anything other than birdie?
If you hit the fairway, you definitely should be looking at birdie, but the biggest problem here is to decide, Rich, what club to hit off the tee. You could hit a multitude of clubs here. Further up you go, the narrower this fairway gets. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Nice shot.
Frank, can one small tweak from an instructor lead to a big turnaround?
With the right player, yeah. You just want to hear the right message. It's like anyone in life. You just want to be pointed in the right direction.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Another par 3. We're at the 8th. It's only 165 yards, Frank.
惜しいし。
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt.
Nice
Now to the
birdie.
par 5 9th. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach a par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So if you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though? Just smokes it.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Letter EX。
Oh, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and there's a good chance to make another one today. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, Frank, this is just an absolute bludgeon right now. An eagle, and the lead widens. Setting up to start the back nine here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front nine, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
飛ばしますね。
Good swing, good shot yet again. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Standing over the ball here at the par 5 11th. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway.
Nice pin.
That ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. He'll need to be strong with this. Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Count that. That's a birdie. 12th hole now, and Frank, the long hitters could have an advantage here.
If they want to take a very dangerous line over that left side, this is really where the shot maker has the advantage. That hole bending completely to the left. You'd like to hit a draw there, so use those bunkers down the through side of the fairway and then just sort of shape that ball towards the green. Interesting shaped green, really 3 different sections to this, and of course 3 bunkers, each protecting a different portion.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. That looked doomed for that.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Navalo here today calling the action from the cliffs at Lighthouse Point. And Frank, this course features some breathtaking scenery.
It certainly does, Rich. Changes of elevation, and it's in phenomenal shape. We've got to send our thanks out to the superintendent, Peyton Duncan, who's got the course exactly primed. You should enjoy it. You should enjoy the views. Take your camera as well. This is very scenic up in New England. Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole.
It's fine.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. How the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Birdie putt coming up. Got a par on this hole yesterday. In for birdie. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right, and that's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. but there's enough green left of the flag here. That's really what you've got to be looking at, that front left section.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Get in. Yes, good putt. 15th hole, and Frank, a return to sanity. 387 yards, par 4.
Yeah, second easiest hole on the golf course. Bends a little to the left. Just avoid the sand left and that little pot bunker on the right. And you should be set up with a relatively short iron in to a green that really the only problem is if you go long.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Frank, golf may be the best sport to follow from this standpoint. You can get closer to the great athlete in golf than you can in any other sport. You could stand 5 feet from Tiger Woods at a tee box as he's getting ready to drive. I mean, that's really unusual in sports.
Yeah, it's a different type of spectator sport, especially if you follow your favorite player all the way around the golf course. Because it's not like waiting for your favorite hitter in a baseball game. You know, you've got to wait several innings. You can literally see him hit every single shot, drive through to putt.
Beautifully done. Nice birdie. Time to make a move. The closing stretch here at number 16, par 3, 241 yards. This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich. Really did.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Didn't quite have the break on that medium length putt right there. Settles in over the putt. Continues to roll it very well all day long. Now at the 17th, and Frank a chance to make a birdie. Who knows, with a couple of huge pokes, you could make Eagle 3. This is a pretty stout hole at a little bit more than 600 yards.
It is, especially if that breeze comes off the water into your face. But normally you're protected here because the hills on the left will block that breeze. Bunkers all the way down the right side, you can see that. But yeah, you're right, 2 big hits, and you might just reach this par 5 and 2. Birdie, perhaps even eagle on a good day.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there and right down Peachtree. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at Eagle coming up.
It's that sneaky distance.
We've made it at last to the 18th, partner. What a finishing hole.
It is. It's a tee shot you have to respect. That fairway goes on that sort of 60-degree angle towards the left, so you have to know how far you fly the ball, and of course you can't afford to miss hit your tee shot. But a good tee shot. Let's talk a bit positive here. Good tee shot in the middle of the fairway, just going to leave you a short iron, and an excellent chance to finish with another birdie.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second shot, good look at the green. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. To win the Mid-Season Classic. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Rich, it came down to just a shot or two here or there, but we were treated some amazing golf this week.
Just one player standing, and that was earned, well-deserved, beautifully played.
お疲れ様でした。ご視聴ありがとうございました。にっこり。